With thanks to SportChamps, Australia's #1 Australian daily fantasy tournament style betting, where you have a small outlay for a big payday. I'm Smatho. I've come here from Daily Fantasy Rankings, and we are previewing a Derby Day for SportChamps. Now, for listeners and viewers of this video, you need the main man to pull the tips this week. Introducing Tim Geers from RacingBet.com as his phone is going off. Mate, how are you going, bud?
Number one rule, try and fix my camera up here a bit. Number one rule of recording, always put your phone on silent. I've got the better half trying to call me as we've just clicked record. But no, other than that, going well, mate, and looking forward to Derby Day at Flemington. Number of SportChamps tournaments to get involved with. 4 Group 1s on the card, going to be a ripper.
It is going to be a ripper. Now, the ripping tournament you want to be involved in this week is this particular one. It is the Mayor of Flemington $10,000 tournament. For a $2 outlay, you get your Champ Cash account ready to go, $1,000 per race, and you'll be put in a bracket system. Okay, so with brackets, SportChamps indicated that you have up to 4 to 5. Get out of your group on Saturday. You can move on to Tuesday for Melbourne Cup Day. Go again. You're in another bracket. Get out of that bracket. Get into Thursday. Get into that. Get out of that bracket again for the next Saturday at Stakes Day. And there'll be up to 20 people playing off for $10,000 in SportChamps tournament money. To get into this particular tournament, go to the sportchamps.com.au. Scroll down to your specials, which is here. Go down. What you find here is the brackets. So there's a 10K Mayor of Flemington bracket 1 and bracket 2. You can enter both of those if you want to. So if you want to be in 2 brackets on Saturday, $2 entry. SportChamps will put you in a special group there for you to battle out on Saturday for Derby Day. So, Tim, a little bit of a shaky start, but we're back here. So tell me, what are we going to be looking at on Saturday's card for our SportChamps contests, please?
Yeah, now, correct me if I'm wrong. So you can play 4 days basically for a $2 outlay, Smatho. Is that right?
Well, if you're good enough. If you're good enough to get out of your bracket. So on Saturday, you're probably against 4 other people, maybe 5 people, depending how popular it is. You just got to beat those 4 people to move on. You don't have to beat 1,000 people to get the money. You just got to get out of your bracket. So,
all right, we'll do our best. We'll do our best to help the punters at home. We're going to kick off race number 1, Smatho, nice and early on Saturday at Flemington. This is the Group 3 Carbine Club Stakes. Now, I won't go into a whole lot of detail, but I'm pretty keen on the favourite here, horse number 11, Fangirl, Chris Waller, James McDonald. Has to overcome a little bit of history, Smatho, but look, that's not going to stop us tipping it. You have to go back to, I think, 2006 to find the last filly that won this race. But I think she's pretty good. You never doubt Chris Waller. He wouldn't be sending her here if she wasn't a chance. So after 2 impressive wins in Sydney, she comes down to Melbourne, and she's going to be hard to beat. Race 1, number 11, Fangirl.
On the nose? All by
$1,000. On the nose.
Champ Cap? Excellent.
On the nose.
All right. On the nose. All right. What else are we looking at if we get off to a good start?
Yeah, well, if we've got a little bit of money to play with after race 1, there's one in race number 5, Smatho, at huge odds I'm expecting it to be. And again, same stable, Chris Waller. And this is a horse that I think is just flying a little bit under the radar in this race, which is the Group 1 Empire Rose Stakes. Now, typically this race, you need to be drawn wide. If I just give you a little bit of history, Smatho, since 2007, so what's that, 14 years, there's only been 3 winners that have drawn, I think it is, if my maths is good. There's only been 3 winners drawn inside barrier 10. So the large majority of winners in this race draw double-figure barriers. Now, all of the favourites, or the majority of the favourites in this race are all drawn low. So I'm going to go with Kiku, horse number 12, Chris Waller, Brett Preble. He's riding in enormous form at the moment. Has run really well in 2 starts in Sydney, comes to this Group 1 race, ready to peak, 3rd up from a spell. And I think she's going to be way over the odds. So a little bit of value for us there in the SportChamps tournaments. Race 5, number 12, and we'll go 500 each way.
Now, when you say value, what are we actually looking at the moment? Are we thinking, 15, 20 to 1?
40 to 1 at the moment in current markets.
40. All right. Okay, 500 each way on kick out. Now, obviously, the main event, Victoria Derby. What are we looking at for the feature race of the card?
Yeah, so the feature for the 3-year-olds over 2,500 metres. This is race 6 on the card, the Derby. I think it's basically a 2-horse race. and my top selection is going to be number 4, Gunstock. He's had 4 career starts. He's won 2 of his 3 starts this preparation. The one time he got beat, he was beaten about a head. He ran home really strongly. He was the last start winner of the Caulfield Classic. That's typically a good form reference leading into the Derby. So the way he races, he looks like he's going to eat up the 2,500 metres. Now, he does have to overcome barrier 19. That's the little query. But I think in these sorts of races over 2,500 metres, half the battle is those that can get the distance. And I think this boy is one who certainly will. I think the main danger is number 1, Forgot You. Pretty keen that it's between them, Smatho.
It will be close. Now, to get into the Mayor of Flemington tournament, you can always click on the banner there. It'll take you straight to the holding room. Chuck your $2 entry there. On Friday, SportChamps will put in your bracket and then get out of your bracket so you can continue on your way on Tuesday. If you're not interested in the Mayor of Flemington, there's also plenty other tournaments where it's in your sports or in your specials in your racing in there. Many, many different price points as well. So make sure you get to sportchamps.com.au. Tim, thanks for your time today and good luck for Saturday. And also, before you go, where they can find you for further tips and information, mate.
Yeah, so if you're struggling or you just need a lending hand on the punt on Saturday, make sure you get over to racingbet.com.au. We'll have you covered for every single race at Flemington. We'll have every race in Sydney covered. We'll have some best bets in WA as well. But basically, if you need tips for the racing this Melbourne Cup week, go to racingbet.com.au.
All right, well, thank you, Tim, and thank you, viewers, and good luck for the Victoria Derby on SportChamps.